What is going on, guys? We're bringing you yet another Access Football video. Now, this one is gameplay. Now, I know I brought you a gameplay video already, but this one is going deeper. We're going to pay real close attention to some of this gameplay and just kind of go really in on it, because there's a lot of talking points. If you want this game, it's a $30 game. Now, whether or not this game is worth, this game is only 2 gigs, by the way. It's very small. It's bigger, Access Football 20 wasn't even a whole gig. It was megabytes. I don't remember the amount, but anyway, let alone all that stuff here, as I'm kind of trying to figure out what team I'm gonna be. I don't know why it's even a big deal, but you know, who cares? I'm the Boston Whalers, man. Who cares? Yeah, I like the air raid playbook, so that's what I'm being. I like to play against a team that's graded better than me, like the Green Bay X-Men. Okay, so, there's a lot to talk about here. I will tell you, it's very much way better than Access Football 21. Or Access Football 20, I'm sorry. I always go Hall of Fame. You need that challenge. So, you have a lot of stadiums now, right? A lot to choose from here. And I know the last one, it would say that the performance of the game was going to be declined if you use certain stadiums. I don't even know if that's the case. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's San Francisco's stadium, whatever their team is called. Seattle. They really definitely have some good options here. I mean, they have a lot more than before. They don't have 32 options or nothing like that, but they have some decent options. I'm going to stick with, I think they changed some of them. Like, I'm pretty sure. I think that, anyway, I'm going to stick with that one right there, right? We're not going to do a rain game here, so I'm going to stick with that. And, we're going to just go ahead and jump right in and play it, because there's a lot to talk about, a lot of the details in this game. The game is smarter and better than it was. As far as the AI and your opponents, they're more of a challenge. That's well needed, because the game,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Green Bay,
absolutely
Wisconsin.
did not have a challenge.
For everyone here at the Access Sports Network, this is Dave Stevens, and I'm joined by analyst Mike Steele.
Thank you, Dave. The matchups between these two teams has created some interesting headlines.
A little bit.
I'm looking forward
so
to
you
seeing
can hear
how
me
they
talk you
play
to
out
death.
on the field.
So
There's no doubt about that. I think that both of these
I don't see
teams
much of a
have something
change in
to
the
prove
commentary.
today.
They might be just a cut and paste on that. They probably added something. As you can see, the body language, the walk up, all that stuff is a little bit improved. The audience is improved. It's improved from last year's game, okay? Last year's game, it just looked like empty seats, but if you look closely, you can see like these cardboard cutouts that didn't even really move. That's basically what they look like. This year's game, what I notice is you have to be smart on your defensive play calling. Like, I would just call any play. I wouldn't even really think about it. But now you kind of got to think about it a little bit, because they're way smarter than before.
Blitz coming on from the defense. Fisher takes the catch.
I mean, and they make more catches, all that stuff. They come down with them. As you can see, I put it on Hall of Fame difficulty. Now, the line is still very, very stiff in this. As you can see, they're just kind of holding on to each other. There's nothing really going on there. I don't even know is it's fourth down already? I don't even know if attributes really make that much of a difference on linemen. Maybe it does. Sometimes some of them slip through, but as you can see, it's still pretty stiff. They say that the quarterback can slide.
22-yard line. Makes the return up to the 27.
Now, the quarterback run was a little overpowered in the last game. They pretty much have lessened the power, and you don't have quite as much time in the pocket that you used to.
He drops back. He rifles one.
As you can see, they don't drop those like they used to. They used to drop those for no apparent reason quite often.
Let's see what they do.
We're going to try a run and play.
The QB with the handoff.
I don't see really much of any change in the playbook. For me, I just like having this extra option for a football game. I don't know, like, when you talk about, like, is it worth paying $30 for? I certainly think it is. I mean, the AI is good enough for me. The visuals are a little bit better than before, but as you can see, I got a decent amount of time, and that animation on that throw was definitely better than previous years. Now, running up the middle is not very cool because just how stiff the offensive line is. The line play, I'm saying, is very, like, stiff in this game. It's pretty stiff, you know. Now, a lot of the concepts pretty much the same, but they're definitely better. I will tell you that. They've improved this game. I mean, this game isn't going to blow your socks off, but it's a decent little option.
I sure hope this receiver doesn't like sitting, because that's what he'll be.
But it's not quite as easy to score in this game. It's a little bit. It's definitely tougher to score, and that is definitely a good thing because Access Football 20 was dirt easy. I did a franchise mode and played 3 seasons. As you can see, I got a lot of time now. They got some really, and that was picked off. And it should have been picked off because it was kind of a bad choice. But that throwing animation was different. So they will punish you in this for making those bad choices. A lot of times the defense players would drop it in those situations. They came up with, as you can see, that was a pile of mess right there. They have touchdown celebrations in this now. So they've added a few things.
Back to pass. Throws it for just
it's hard to get the sack in this. Whenever I'm getting ready to get that sack, they get it off, man. In the last game, you could sack the crap out of the quarterback, get 7 or 8 sacks with one player. If you blitz on that edge, as you can see, it's kind of a struggle. We're not really able to score. Sometimes I like to add a blocker.
Punts it away. The return man catches the punt. Shakes off the defender.
And the kick return is not as... You can run back kick returns pretty good in the last one. This one, it's definitely not as easy as it was. Now, the audibles still don't have players shifting. You have to audible from the same formation. You cannot change formations in your audibles.
He flings a pass.
As you can see, they come up with more catches. They would drop those passes like that very often.
You can only go from first down to first down so many times before it turns into points on the board.
One thing the team does a good job of, they kind of do a good job of rewarding you for making good choices and disciplining you for making bad ones. They do a better job at that in this. The other one, you can make a really horrible idea of a throw and they'll let it slide by, the defensive player would drop it. As you can see, that was a close one.
As a coach, you always want a quarterback.
Second inches. As you can see, it's not quite as easy to score, man. But I'm getting ready to run it in right here. And I just did.
Long runs like that are caused by the defense.
As you can see, he's celebrating. There's a little something there. It ain't much. I mean, it's something. There's no team celebrations or nothing like that. And the kick was already super powerful. It seems like they added power to the kick. That's what I'm saying. And the kick was already super powerful as it was, so it really didn't even have to do that.
The kick is caught at the 5. Shakes off the defender.
This is a pressure drive for the
It looks like they don't have too many animations really in this, like motion capture. Looks like a bunch of collision course, basically. See if I can blitz. You see how I got to the quarterback and he just threw it? It's not easy to get the sack in this. And do love that because I kid you not, I had like almost 100 sacks in a
Sings it.
season with one of my
And they
guys.
can't connect.
That defensive end
Incomplete.
was getting in there, but
Coming out in a
they get it
four-receiver
off,
set.
man. It's hard to get a sack in this.
He steps back to pass. It's a fumble.
I finally got one.
Maldonado
Well, not
cutting
really,
through
because he
blockers.
fumbled
The
it.
sack. That will be a loss of 4. That brings up 4th down.
Everyone was covered up by the first down line.
And we're still
The only
defending
option
these
they had
guys.
was to check down
They're
for
just
a
not
shorter
able to
completion
score
and hope
on
the
us.
receiver can make a few people miss.
If this was Axis Football
Taken
21,
at the 32
I would have at least 21
line.
points by now.
Makes the return up to the 39.
Let's see if I can connect
The
on
away
that deep
team
ball,
has
because
a one-possession lead going into the drive.
that
Let's
deep
see what
ball
they
was
can
a
do
little
with it.
bit, you know. We can score in one play in that one.
Number 4 steps back into the pocket. Number 4 on the play action.
And they do a lot.
Stop up at the
And he caught that,
3-yard
man. That was
line.
nice.
That will move the chains.
You know, that was a good play there. I don't know if the deep ball is overpowered, but
He can't bring it in.
he dropped that one.
I sure hope this receiver doesn't like sitting, because that's what he'll be doing soon if he continues to drop crucial passes like that.
As you can see,
Handing it off to
they definitely
number
make it tougher
33.
to get these close scores. I mean, they really D up on you a little bit.
The quarterback dropping back.
They didn't want to make it where you could just look how slow my
Tosses
quarterback
a
is
pass
running.
to the middle of the
I
field.
mean,
He can't bring it in.
they're
Well,
not
Dave,
giving those to
Stickum
you,
isn't
man. Like,
legal
my quarterback
anymore,
is running
so
real
this
slow.
receiver has to maintain focus, or he's going
In
to be
Axis
getting
Football
plenty of
20, the
splinters from
quarterback
bench
run
soon.
was overpowered. They slow the quarterback down
Here's the kick.
in this.
It's good.
Like,
They
just
convert
his
from
overall
22
running in general is
yards
slowed
out.
down.
Boston adds to their score. 10-0.
The home team needs to respond to that score quickly.
So, yes,
to
we're
get
up
the
10-0
momentum
on Hall of
going
Fame
on their side.
difficulty.
Taken at the 6-yard line.
The home team has dug themselves into quite a hole here.
The difficulty is definitely increased, man. It's nothing overwhelming, but
Burke gives it away.
and I don't think it should overwhelm you. I think it should just be something where you.
A two-tight
I
end
should at
set
least be able
for
to
the
play this in
Axemen.
some games. Feel like I'm not really sure if I'm gonna pull this thing off.
The
That Axis
will
Football
fake the
20,
handoff and look to
I was
pass.
100% sure I was
Third
gonna
down.
win every time I played it. I was just 100% sure. That should
Third and
not be the
short.
case. You know, that should definitely not be the case in some games.
Dropping back, Green Bay will
Especially
fake
if
the
you're playing
handoff
against
and look to
a
pass.
decent team.
Incomplete.
The reason for a lot of the drop passes
And they're
is
punting
that the
again.
receiver is thinking about what moves he's about to do rather than securing the ball first.
It did not matter who I was playing against. In Axis Football 20, I was 100% sure I was winning that game. This one, I'm like 70% sure when I turn it on. I mean, it's and I haven't played that many, so it's not like I've gotten beat or anything. I just got this game, so I don't
Number
know.
4, back to pass. Throws to the sideline, deep downfield. That'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Nothing feels completely overpowered. I feel like I have an advantage in that pocket, though. I definitely do.
First down.
It doesn't feel like ridiculously overpowered where I could just run back there and throw a deep ball and connect easily. It's not quite like that, but
He flings a pass.
as you can see, he's open. That might be,
It's caught in the
and he
end
caught it.
zone.
You know,
Touchdown.
that's
The
that's
receiver
something that you
generally
can
gets
do
some trash
well in
talk
this.
going on. You know he's going to let those DBs hear it the whole rest of the game.
There's the kick.
I mean, even though I connected on that, the coverage was definitely better than this. Is way better than this
We've
than it
talked
has
about it a
been.
few times, Dave. They're really
Now,
playing
Axis
a
Football
complete
18 on
game this
PS4
go-around.
is just absolutely just.
The kick is off.
I mean, the AI was just absolutely horrible. Like they just had no chance to beat you in that.
Tackled after a return of 23.
It needs to be go time for the offense. They need to stop messing around. Tighten up their chin strap and get ready to drive the ball.
See, look at
down the
that.
field.
They make it hard to get that
Gets
sack.
us
I
to
like
second
that.
down.
When
You
we
have a
talked to the
season, you have a
coaches
franchise
this
in this,
week,
you ain't gonna
they
have
brought up
100
that he
sacks.
nearly got drafted into
You might have
Axis
a more
baseball.
realistic
With
number,
that
like
arm, we
15 or
see
12
exactly
sacks.
why.
Throws the ball.
Look at that. I haven't gotten a
On the
sack yet.
reception.
The hits I got on the
Green will
quarterback,
call their
I've
first
caused him to
time out
fumble,
here.
but that's
Sometimes the
not,
hardest catches to make are the ones
statistically,
where
that's
you're
not,
that
labeled
wide
as a
open.
sack.
Good job by the receiver to keep his composure and avoid becoming an internet meme later.
I tried to use or catch that one,
When I played, I'd
and they
always look to
just can't
quickly
seem
get
to
the
do
ball back
anything
to a
on us.
receiver after a drop. You want them to get that mistake out of their mind as soon as possible.
Let's see if I can one play score on a deep ball,
The return man takes the punt, makes the return up to
because I
the
don't want to feel like I
It's
could
going
just
to
do
take
that
multiple
whenever I
possessions
want
for the
to.
defense to get back into this game. I'm
I don't
expecting
feel
a
like I
lot of runs
can,
on this
but
drive to keep the
we're going
clock
to give it a
moving.
shot. See what we got here. Let's pick a deep ball here.
Boston
You
begins
go that
the
guy
drive
outside.
from the
It's kind of a
5.
risky throw here. X is running that 9 route.
He
I'm going to have
rockets
to
a
go to
pass.
circle.
He's brought down. Good enough for a
They
first
caught up to
down.
him. That wasn't the guy that I
Well,
wanted,
that's one way not to
but he was
worry
wide
about
open, so I
converting on
went to
third
him.
down.
Because
Just
they
get
had
it
that
done
deep
on the
ball guy
first
was in
down.
tight coverage,
He
man.
steps back to pass. Finds a target close to
Look
the
at that.
line
I
of
got.
scrimmage
You
near
see
the
how
middle of the field.
what happened to the
And they
ball when I
can't
got hit
connect.
on the throw?
Incomplete. The
Oh, I
second
wasn't
quarter
paying
comes to
attention.
a close. The Whalers out
I
in
did
front
not
for
see
now,
that in Access Football
17-0.
20, where the ball just kind of flared, and because I tried to throw it as I
Kennedy
got hit.
boots
So
it.
they've definitely improved on that, for sure.
Fielded at the 1.
So now
Tackled after a return
this is not
of
that
20.
return does
Our
not
own
feel
Emma
overpowered.
Adams has some news for us from
That's
the
good.
sideline.
You
What can
can't
you
just
tell us, Emma?
walk out here and
Thanks,
score
Dave.
whenever you feel
I
like it.
spoke briefly with the coach for Green Bay during halftime. After watching the game tape all week, he was
Intercepted by
As you can see, you cannot
Have to be
dance
smart
back in
with
that
the
pocket
football.
like
You
in
can't just
Access
force
Football
it into
20.
coverage like that. Bad
The way
pass by
you
the
couldn't,
QB there. The home
you can't,
team
the
will
way
be
you could in
looking to
20,
turn
you
that
can't do that in
turnover into
this.
some points here.
Hands it to number 7, dodging the defender. That will bring up second down.
So I made a bad choice on that. I got hit and I just wanted to get it off. And they punished me for making that bad choice. This game right here does a good job of that. Nothing feels rigged or
The
just
home team showed us
kind of
great
fixed. It
execution
feels
and
like
determination
you're
on
literally
that
being
touchdown.
punished for making bad choices and rewarded for making good ones. And that's basically what it is, what this game is. That's
Kennedy on
pretty
the
much
kick.
what's going on here.
And it's good. Green Bay eats away at the lead a bit.
Now, my thought on this, like
17-7.
What they need now is a
$29.99,
big stop on defense
I
to
personally
keep the
recommend
momentum
it. I think
shifting.
it's just that
Kennedy
other little
kicks it
option
off.
to kind of play with. Obviously, it's not a big
Number
deal.
24 takes the kickoff.
Access football has never really
Makes
been a
the
big
return
deal or
up to
anything.
the 18.
It's not like you can
The home team could
play
really
this
use
instead
a
of
big
Madden
play
or
here on
something, because
defense.
it's just
Something
not
to
that kind of
spark a
game. But
comeback.
it's cool to play with. I mean, you can, especially with the creative team thing,
The QB
you can kind of
steps
just
back
play
into
with
the
that a little
pocket.
bit.
And he misses his mark.
Just do different stuff like that. Now the players don't. The players don't look any different in this. They all look the same. They all have the same build, same body structure. I was kind of hoping something would be done about that, but if that's
Steps
just
into
not
the
the
pocket.
engine they have,
Throws the ball short over the middle. That'll give
just
them a
wanted to get
fresh
that first
7
down.
downs.
The defense is just looking around at each other. Nobody was willing to risk a finger to tip that pass, I suppose.
Makes the reception.
That play there is one of the ones that makes that
In Access
haters in
Football
the
20
stands
and
say,
some of the other Access
"Okay,
Football games,
maybe I couldn't make that throw."
it seemed like they were dropping passes for no reason sometimes. Like wide open, just scuffing them. Like,
Number 4. Dropping
this is a
back.
new play, I
He's
believe.
stopped by
As
Arnold.
you can see,
That
they got
brings
us
up
on that
third
one.
down.
Put it down. Let's see what we can do here. I'm starting to notice a few new plays that I didn't see in the last game, but What's going on here? Okay, so L2 is slide. So when you're running with the quarterback, you can hit L2 to slide.
Quarterback to pass. Launches a pass.
Oh, he's wide open.
More on the reception. Good enough.
As you
for
can
a
see,
first
I
down.
threw it to that wide
When
open
we talked to
receiver,
the coaches this
and they
week,
pretty much
brought up
rewarded
that
me
he
for that.
nearly got drafted into Texas
They didn't make me
baseball.
do a
With that
ridiculous
arm, we see
overthrow or just
exactly
drop
why.
it for no
Number
apparent
4.
reason.
Back to pass.
Oh,
76.
I took my eyes off the quarterback and I was looking downfield, and I paid the price, didn't
Second
I?
down and long. He drops back. Rockets one. And it's
Oh, they really punish you for them throws, man. This is definitely a tougher game.
Just at the right time. So much of football is mental. The offense needs
No more
to
that
get a
54
drive to
points a
build some
game and
confidence
stuff.
if they want
That's
any
over
shot
with
coming
now,
back
man.
in this game.
second down. Shakes off the defender.
Look at that. I feel like I went through the
That
quarterback.
brings up a crucial third down.
I saw the referee. Referees, they don't really move around or nothing. You know, they're just kind of standing there. That's all right. I mean, that line is definitely very stiff. We were lucky enough to get the stop here.
Go! Pull on the punt. Number 24 catches the punt. Forced out of bounds.
It's going to take multiple possessions for the defense to get back into this game. I'm expecting
See if we can get that running game going, rolling up 10 points.
Stopped before he could break loose. Around
Man, that running game is definitely not overpowered for sure.
Second down. Number 4 steps back into the pocket, finds a target, and he's taken down by Strickland. That signals the end of the third quarter. The away team with the lead so far, 17-7.
He's throwing for 315 yards. 3 interceptions. Jesus.
The quarterback steps back into the pocket. Tosses a pass. He can't bring it in.
I shouldn't have threw that, man. That could have been my 4th pick.
Dropping back. He sets up and throws deep down the left side. A penalty flag on the
Pass
field.
interference,
And
right?
he can't reel it in. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome.
The away
Oh, no.
team has an infection of drops spreading today.
Green Bay takes the penalty.
The refs have shown they're letting them play today, Dave. But when it's
Second 20.
that blatant, it's getting a flag.
The QB dropping back. Hurls a pass.
Ooh.
The ball falls
Oh,
to the
he
ground.
was going to catch that in stride. 3rd and 20.
Third and long. Number 4 drops back. Doesn't seem to be able to find anyone open. And they can't connect.
Oh, he did that Patrick Mahomes style throw.
The offense lines up to punt this one away. Sutton on the punt. Taken at the 26-yard line.
Boy, that was a hard hit.
Has dug themselves
Anyway,
into
I'm going to
a
end this
hole
video
here.
right
They've
there.
got a chance to
As you can
regain some of
see,
that on
I'm
this
going to give you
drive.
like my final thoughts. The line is still stiff in this.
Down almost immediately.
It's not really that
Right,
spectacular,
that
the
will bring
line
up
for
second
sure.
down.
But what it comes down to, this game, it's definitely fun. The challenge is there. Is the challenge overwhelming? Is it real high? No,
Throws the
but
ball, and
it's
they can't
way
connect.
better than it was
Incomplete.
in Access Football 20. I personally, with the
Third
customization
play of the
options,
drive.
as long as this game don't have too many crashes or anything like that,
Back to pass. Makes a hard
then
throw. Out
this game
past
should
the first
definitely be
down
worth it.
marker.
You should be able to have a
That'll
little
be
fun
enough
with
for
it.
the first down.
Maybe create you some college teams if you want to. You're limited on what you can do because you can't put logos on helmets.
Pitching it
And that's
off to
probably a
number
good thing
7.
because
The runner breaks
they
out of the
probably
tackle.
wouldn't
That
wasn't able to do it without crashing the game or whatnot. But anyway, like I said, it's not that big of a deal of a game. It's something to play here and there. Just dive into it a little bit. It's not like you're going to use this as a substitute for Madden necessarily.
Certain QBs,
But it's
Dave,
something,
you can
you know.
actually hear the
It's
ball
definitely a
being
huge
released,
improvement
and I
from
think
20.
this is one of
If you
those
played
guys.
20
He
and you
just
thought it was
shot
all
the
right,
ball into the wideout.
then you'll like this.
Drops back.
You thought it was alright, but it was just kind of like missing a few things. You'll like this game here.
And that's
As you can see, the presentation's better, the audience
This
is
is
better,
not the type of offense
the
you wanna
challenge is
hand
better. You
momentum
have
like this to.
celebrations
They have some
now.
real threats on the field.
The visuals are slightly enhanced. Nothing really worth going crazy over or just being amazed about, but they definitely, you know, it still kind of looks like a tablet game or something you would download on your iPhone or something, but
He makes the screen pass near
it's
the
still
sideline.
decent, you know.
Third